welcome to Cheekyricho Cooking's Keto Mushroom Hamburgers. The ingredients are in the recipe box below. We're going to use mushrooms, big fat field mushrooms, instead of buns. They're going to be absolutely delicious, and we're using pork and veal mince. So into a pan on a medium heat, we put some oil. Now I'm using quite a bit of oil. The reason being is that mushrooms are going to soak up a bit of that oil and I want them to cook right down. So we're just going to put them in like so and pop the lid on. A bit of salt and pepper. That salt will draw the moisture out of the mushrooms and make them a little bit leathery so that they're much easier to make into a bun, if you like. Put the lid on. Okay, now I've got some tomato here and I've just cooked that right down. It's just tin tomato and reduced a lot of the moisture out of it. The reason being is this is going to be our ketchup. So far it is just pure tomato that has been concentrated, had the moisture removed from it. We're adding some fire roasted capsicum or peppers. We're adding some dill pickles, okay, just little gherkins that have been chopped up, and that is going to be in place of our ketchup. We're also adding some mayonnaise and we're going to add some chopped up chilies to that as well. Okay, our chilies are just going into our homemade relish, and to our meat we are adding 1 chopped up spring onion and some fresh parsley. You could add basil, thyme, anything that you want to that, along with some freshly ground pepper, give it a lovely flavour, and some freshly ground pink salt. Okay, so just mix this all through. Okay, we're going to turn our mushrooms over now. See, they're just sort of having a bit of a sizzle there. We need them cooked right through. Okay, great big fat field mushrooms. Now press that down. Okay, it's there. All right. Now, we're going to mix our meat up now. We've got a bit of bacon. Okay, just while our mushrooms are cooking right down, we're going to mix up our meat. It's quite lean, so we don't have to add anything to bind it. We're going to form it into 2 quite flat patties, and we're going to cook it with bacon and egg. I'm going to use raw onion, and we've got a cheese that's going to go onto our mushrooms when they come out, and that will melt into those little veins in the mushrooms. Pretty well mixed in now. The seasonings have gone through. You could have taco seasoning or Worcestershire sauce or whatever you like, but we're keeping this pretty plain and simple, and it's obviously low carb as well. Okay. All right, our mushrooms are looking quite wilted. Still got a bit of juice in there. Okay, and we're just going to let that dry out a little bit now. Choose a little bit oil over the top, and when we turn it over again, it's going to fry. Forming our patties into 2 nice big fat flat patties. The more you work the mince, the more likely it is to stick together. Okay, alrighty. Now we've got 2 pieces of bacon that are going in there as well, and a couple of eggs. Okay, now we're just going to fetch our mushroom buns out, pop them onto a plate, wipe out our fry pan with a bit of paper towel. Beauty of a non-stick pan here. Okay, a bit more oil, and it's in with our meat patties. This right down. Our bacon can go in as well. It will cook a lot quicker, obviously, and when it does, we will remove it and pop it on top of our burgers. Now, this burger is going to have half of the cheese on it, and just sit the other part of the burger on top of it, upside down, and the residual heat will help melt that cheese. Okay, we're just going to turn our little bacons over now. They've got a little bit of colour on them. Colour has gone halfway up the side of the meat, so it's ready to turn over now. Okay, we're going to fetch our bacon out and just sit it on top of our meat now. And you can use egg rings if you want to. Heart shape works better. You can cook the onion if you want to. I'm not going to do that. See how cheese is nice and melted now? I'm going to add our lettuce, our cheese, slab of tomato, our onions. Just break that into rings so it's a bit more manageable. The salad onion, big fat pickle that I'm going to just cut in half so it works. A couple of baby spinach leaves. Our mayonnaise now for our salad. Now I'm just going to pop our tomato on the top of there, and that'll just warm through. Get this there go very easy. And do the same with this one. Okay, and turn it off. The residual heat will just firm up the bottom of that egg. It'll still have a little bit of juice in it, which is exactly what I want. We'll put our egg on top of there, we put our bun on top of there, and we set the whole thing on top of there. So here we go with 1 egg, and there you have it. Now you are going to need to use a knife and fork to eat this. but it's going to be delicious, slow carb, and there's no reason why you shouldn't have a hamburger when you're cutting out on your carbs. Okay, I'm going to cut this in half and show you what it looks like inside. But I'm not going to show you me eating it because it's going to be super messy. You know you want to eat that. Thanks for watching.